Cyber Friends, Admitted Man, coming back at you again from Walker's Music. We had another word for today. As friend, you see me, kind of got on the apparel to go out and do the gifts what God has installed and bestowed upon me in order to do. First thing I want to say before I say anything else is Papa JT, I made it. I made it. And I just wanted to let you know, as you can see, I did make it here this morning. God allowed me to make it. And you know, as I said, if the Lord give me strength and I be living and alive, I'll be sitting right here. And so here I am. And we give a great shout out to the rest of the YouTube family. And like I said, from Little Justice all the way up to Big Papa JT, and we just enjoy. We enjoy, but we also have trials. We have tribulation. And you know what? Jesus said that we were going to have these. So it's no surprise, but it sometimes can kind of get you tripped up there if you let it. And sometimes the old devil, he's so cunning. He's so slick and sly. He knows how to get on every nerve. But nevertheless, you know, Jesus said, woe unto them that calleth his little one to sin. In other words, I'm a little one. I'm a little one. I consider myself one of his little ones. And when you call me to stumble, you better watch out. I don't know, but Jesus said in his word, a prophet is not without honor, except around his own, and in his own hometown, in his own country, around his own kindred. And you know, that is so sad, because you would think that would be the one place that you would have a little honor. But we know Jesus' words are true. And I want to go ahead this morning, and this has come up before me, and I was thinking about it. And while I was sitting here, because like I said, I always sit and meditate a little bit before I do these words. And we're going to read from St. John, the 8th chapter. And we want to start reading at the 34th verse. That's going to show us how so-called people can be. Jesus answered them, verily, verily, I say unto you, whosoever committed sin is the servant of sin. And the servant abideth not in the house forever, but the Son abideth forever. If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. I know that ye are Abraham's seed, but you seek to kill me. This he's speaking of the Pharisee. Because my word have no place in you. I speak that which I have seen with my Father, and you do not that which ye have seen with your father. They answered and said unto him, Abraham is our father. Jesus said unto him, if you were Abraham's children, you would do the works of Abraham. But now you seek to kill me, a man that had told you the truth, which I have heard of God. This did not Abraham. You do the deeds of your father. They said unto him, we be not born of fornication. We have one Father, even God. Jesus said unto them, if God were your Father, you would love me. For I proceeded forth and came from God. Neither came I of myself, but he sent me. Why do you not understand my speech? Even because you cannot hear my word. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar, and the father of it. And because I tell you the truth, you believe me not. Which of you convinces me of sin? And if I say the truth, why do you not believe me? In other words, Jesus said, why do you convict me of sin? But if I'm doing the truth, why don't you believe me? He that is of God, heareth God's words. Ye therefore hear them not, because you are not of God. Let's stop right there at the 47th verse. May God add a blessing. Readers, hearers, and doers of his holy word. Oh, my. Papa JT, don't we have an issue here? We have a great issue here. Jesus was telling the Pharisees, and you know we got a lot of Pharisees even to this day. These religious people that they claim they know God with their mouth, but they deny Him with their actions. And if you trying to do what's right, will criticize you. People don't love the truth. Whose father are they? Whose children are they? Jesus told us right there in the Word. They're the children of the devil. When you reject truth, when you hate truth, it's hurt you to even hear the truth being spoken. Jesus that told you who your father is, the devil. Jesus said he was a liar from the beginning. He's the father of lies. In other words, it's just like it was in the early church. They had the truth. And they went about doing their daily activities as the church was commissioned by Jesus to do. And they were persecuted. People have no problem if you agreeing with mess and junk to a degree. Now, I'm not saying that everybody, you know, and I'm going to take the liberty, Papa JT, and I'm going to speak this here. Because I don't like to use that word, because I said people use that in order to give them a license to go on and do what they want to do in the sin. But yes, there's nobody perfect. We already know that. And I've said this more times than a little bit. But people, we ought to be trying to reach perfection. That's our that's the daily thing. You don't criticize a person that's trying to reach perfection. We would never make it, but that don't mean you just sit down and stop trying. Every time we try to do the will of God, if a person is trying to do the will of God, and if you claim that you know Jesus, like Jesus said he was telling them Pharisees, you will be glad. You don't try to put a place of stumbling block before them. You try to help uplift them. Well, the brother said a lot the other day when I heard about the Valentine guy, and I really still gonna say he body slammed it. He body slammed it, Papa JT. I know you done heard it by now, but the man just told the truth. And I'm like this: I'm not gonna go against the truth. I don't care where it come from. The truth is the truth. But I've noticed that a lot of us we will have a tendency to draw back or to try to put at distance certain folks or whatnot because we don't like maybe what certain thing that they said. But people, you know, you can't be that way. Even though, like I said, I can't change anybody. Only thing I can do is try to walk upright before the Lord myself and try to do what He's saying. Even then, I'm falling. Even then, I'm falling. Like I said, we got to go out here this morning, Pop. We kind of a privilege and an honor. It's a gift that God given, and you must use it because it's just like the talent. The man that didn't use it was taken away. All you can do is the best that you can. And in the midst of that, even that, you got to go through a bunch of negativeness. And then you try to do as Jesus said, let not your heart be troubled. But yet it's still, you know, some people get on your last nerve. Now I'm still waiting for the Lord to help me in that area, because I just have zero tolerance for ignorance. I mean, and maybe I need to change or something, because like I said, that part of my spirit ain't matured none, because I have zero tolerance for ignorance, and I'll challenge it in a minute. And I don't think maybe, well, you know, Jesus stood before Pilate, and he did not give answer to all them crazy questions and stuff that they was hurling at him. So I need to study Jesus more too, and whatever that was he used, I need to find it. I need to find it, because like I said, I got zero tolerance for ignorance, and I challenge it in a New York minute. But does that mean I not love God? No, that doesn't mean. That just means that's an area that I don't got to deal with in the flesh. Just as Paul said, that was a thorn in his flesh. And we don't know what it was. But I can believe that's one of mine. But at any rate, we just glad to be able to say we can sit here and do these things. We're going to go out again. God allowed us another chance to go out and do his work, to try to do the worship service in the best way I know how. And not only to do that, and it's like the brother said, to take what I learned and bring it outside the church, to apply it in other areas of my life and try to build up the kingdom of God the best I know how. I always thought my part in the kingdom of God in the building would be musically to a degree. Sometimes I doubt that now, from the way I look at things, because of the fact that certain things that are not, I don't see materializing in that area. And I'm not going to be a negative person about it, but it's just a lot of things that I thought that I would do musically that I haven't seen yet come to pass. Not saying that it won't come to pass in that area, but I figured that my greatest work for the kingdom would be in that area, and to some degree it still might be. But I just know from where I stand now and from where I see, I could not give you a stamp of approval on that issue. That being said, we just made it, man, and we just saying we thank God for everyone. We hope that everyone have a great worship experience on this day. If you get a chance to go out to the house of prayer, if not, make where you are, where you're standing right now, make that your house of prayer, and still give God his homage and give God his glory. This is Mitty Man saying peace. Goodbye.